Let us chant. Shantakaram Bhujagashayanam Padmanabham Suresham Vishwadharam Gagana Sadrisham Meghabaranam Shubhangam Lakshmi Kantam Kamalanayanam Yogi Dhyanagamyam Bande Vishnum Bhavabharahayam Sarvalokaika Natham. Today's discussion are God's incarnations bound by karma. It's a very interesting topic, and we know when the sage Abhihotra he completed his reply regarding the karma, then the very intelligent and enlightened king Nimi, he is asking this question that what are these incarnations? Can you please tell me about them? The God's incarnations. You know, the Hinduism is the main point is this incarnation, reincarnation theory. And along with the reincarnation comes the karma theory. So because of the karma, because of the karmic result, and these different type of bodies and lives we are having, and it goes on and on. Yesterday I went to a place, and in the temple I was talking about the karma, and then in the question answer session all the questions were related to karma. And it's so difficult to make people aware about it, and they think why the God should do this, why the God should do that. So ultimate, who is doing actually? God is doing? Of course. But for whom he is doing? For God. Because God has created this universe. And God has created himself in different forms. So the karma and all those things, whichever is going on, is nothing but God's creation. If you can understand that point and detach yourself, then there is no problem. And if you are not, then you are always in that. You have to go on searching for the result. You'll never get the result. One after another fallacies will come. Here, he wants to know, his question is very simple. Can you please tell me about the incarnations of God? God means the Supreme God. And you know, in the Hindu tradition, there are so many incarnations, one after another. So I am not going to read those things. And in different times, when the evolution was coming up, and different type of way the God came to save this creation, his creation. He came in the form of a tortoise, he came in the form of a boar, he came in the form of a small little boy, that is the Brahmana, and then slowly, the final and the perfect one, Ramachandra. So these evolutions, we can understand how slowly the God is evolving. Is God evolving in that way? No, because the time needed that type of thing. When the time needed God to help it, to lift it, so naturally it was half the mostly water and little earth. The boar was the best. So it was holding it. And like this, I am not going to go into that. The yogi Drumila, She was going on giving the answer, but he said, it is impossible. In the beginning of the answer, he said, it is impossible to narrate the qualities of God. Why? Infinite. So infinite are the qualities. How a human being can explain that? It is not possible. But we should go to understand what is this incarnations of God. We are also avatars, we are also incarnations, but it's a result of our own karma. All beings, the human beings and all animals and the birds, each and everything that we see, including the stones and the trees, whether you believe it or not, the Hindus, they believe this is because of the karma phala. And slowly, once again, they will come to the point of the human being. And again, the human being, if they are making the wrong actions, will go back to that circle. It goes on and on. So someday I will give you the calculation that has been made in the Purana. How many trillion, billion, million years all these things went on and on. So now let us go to the incarnation. Those who are very much interested to know about this incarnation, I would suggest you better read Swami Ishatmananda's book, which he has written about. The introduction only will do. Introduction, the Swami Ishatmananda is the great master. Before giving the biography, describing the biography of Sri Ramakrishna is the incarnation of God. And if you have noticed in our dining hall there, and it is written, one who was Rama, one who was Krishna in this time as Sri Ramakrishna. So incarnation in different name and form in different times. So it is, you can say it is a belief, it's a faith, or at the same time, we can analyze also. So this analysis you will find in the introduction of the great master, and Swami Ishatmananda ji, he has translated that in a very simple American English that will also help you. So this is the first thing we have to understand. The India's religion is based on the direct experience of God. Otherwise, if you have not realized the God directly, you have no right to speak about God. You are following a path, you are discussing about that, is okay. But unless and until you have realized God yourself, you have no right to start a new path. So that is, and when one can completely free one's mind from the desire, can fully withdraw mind from the sense objects, and can concentrate mind on the Supreme Being, that pure, focused mind realized the truth. The one without a second. What is the truth? One without a second. The unchallengeable, unchangeable, external and eternal, all-pervading, all-powerful existence. Now what is God? It says in these words, one without a second, unchangeable and eternal, all-pervading, all-powerful existence. So this is the concept of God, and the Vedantin, they call it Brahman, constantly expanding, all consciousness all over. So that is Brahman. We can realize that. Anyone can do that. How? First, you have to free your mind from desires. There should be no desire at all. Without any desire. That is the first thing. And a little desire even won't allow you to realize God. So the first is completely free from desire. And then fully withdraw from the sense objects. So when there is no desire, so obviously your sense objects of no use. So naturally you can withdraw it. So you are completely withdrawing from the sense objects and that pure and concentrated mind. So this is the condition to realize God. So this is the first step. When we are going to realize God? The moment we will have these two. Completely free from desire, completely withdrawn from, your mind is withdrawn from the sense objects, and completely focused on God. These are the three. The moment anyone, anywhere, any time will have this, will realize God. And what is this God? All-pervading consciousness. So this is first. These realized souls are known as Rishi. Rishi means the seer of truth. The Rishi, the Sanskrit word, means the seer of truth. And what is the truth? Remember that the truth is unchangeable, eternal, all-pervading, all-powerful consciousness. That is the truth. So in one word they say, realize the truth, and they call it Rishi. Also they call them Apta. You will say the Apta Vakya. Apta. What is this Apta? Realized soul. And then sometimes they say Adhikari. Adhikari means is a teacher with the authority. Because I have realized God, I have the authority to speak about God. The teacher with the authority, that's called Adhikari. The one gentleman came and he was going on telling me about the Belur Math. Have you seen Belur Math? This is this, that. I couldn't say anything. He was going on, and he's so much. I liked it because he loved Belur Math, and Belur Math is our home, so naturally I liked it. But he was going on telling. Then I just told him, the funny way. I told, are you the Adhikari to speak about it? And he was confused. No, I am not in their the managing committee or anything. No, Adhikari, that is a totally different thing. Adhikari is one who has realized how he lived over there every day, every moment, all those experiences. There is Adhikari. The Adhikari means is an authorized teacher with an authority. And another is Prakriti Leen Purusha. That is the terminology that they have taken from Samkhya philosophy. Prakriti is the nature. Leena, he is empowered with that nature, and that is the Purusha. One who is having the complete control over the nature. That's the Prakriti Leen Purusha. A free soul absorbed in the primordial nature, Prakriti. A free soul. How to know that they are realized souls? Again, apparently you won't be able to understand. Because when they saw Ma Sharadamani Devi or Bhagavan Sri Ram Krishna, the God himself, he's walking on the Calcutta street, and people, they never cared about him, and sometimes they were criticizing him, so many things. The Jesus, he came and they used to throw stones. So in the last day, they were throwing stones at Jesus. Can you imagine? Now millions and half of the world, we can say half of the world, they are now leaning down before the person whom they were seeing in person and were throwing stones, criticizing. How unfortunate. Why? Knowledge. So whether that time, if we had been in the time of Jesus, God forbid, Jesus forbid, maybe that you are the one who are throwing the stone. So how you will know? This is the knowledge. So how to know that these people have realized God? Because apparently it is impossible. Now, through the careful study, it has been noticed that in the course of time, the rishis of the Vedic age came to be regarded as the Puranic age, avatars and divine incarnation. And these incarnations, after realizing the transcendental reality, they demonstrate extraordinary powers. This is the one thing. No one will be able to do that. No one. Extraordinary power. I will tell the one thing that many of you, those who have read the biography of Sri Ramakrishna, you know, when the young boy, 16, 17 years, and the student of the university, they came, Narendranath, he was joking and he was having a lot of fun and criticizing Sri Ramakrishna. Sri Ramakrishna told everything is nothing but the consciousness. I saw that. And after hearing that, he came and he was sitting with another person, he was joking, oh, even the utensils, they are also God, ho, 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 like that he was saying. Then Sri Ramakrishna came and he touched him, that's all. Hey, what fun, what you were talking about? Then he simply touched him. 3 days and 3 nights, this young boy, he was in the realm of Advaita Jnana, Advaita knowledge. Anyone can do that? It's impossible. Very difficult. The one gentleman went to one of our senior Swami and told, Swami, can you please touch your hand on my head? He told, why? He said, no, you people are having the power, so you can transform me. Well, see, if I was having that power, I would have kept my hand all the time on my head. And it's not so easy. It's not so easy. So ordinary people cannot. Of course we are good people. Of course we are religious people. Of course we have traveled in the path of religion, but not in that where it is called avatara. This avatara is completely different. They can do anything, tremendous power. I will come to the incidents in the life of Krishna and Sri Ramakrishna. They could do anything. So after realizing the transcendental reality, they demonstrate extraordinary power. How to understand? These people, they are realized soul, avatara, extraordinary power. Many power may be there. As because anyone practicing meditation, concentrating, having little power on the nature, they can, something they can do, extraordinary power. So that they are telling. And how these rishis, they became avatara, because slowly, those rishis, they were also having this tremendous power, extraordinary power. They could do anything. You remember when the Ramachandra, his father, they were not having the issues, the children. So he was thinking, what will happen to me? The naturally, father and mother. So ultimately they invited some rishis to perform the yajnas. And in the yajna, all this thing happened. And they came and gave the porridge, and then that was distributed. And Lord Vishnu himself appeared in the form of Ramachandra, Lakshmana, Bharat, and Shatrughna, like that. It is possible, why not? So this, through the power, but who can do it? Not everyone. ABC cannot do. Only the rishis can do. Any time if they do, because the tremendous power, divine power is there. One lady started visiting Sri Ramakrishna praying, my husband is not looking after the household, he is just drinking, fighting with others, he is very difficult to control, what to do and all. In the modern times, they won't come to the holy man, they will go to the court. That's all. My husband is not, go to the court. But in those days, naturally they wanted to, so he came to Sri Ramakrishna, can you please help? Sri Ramakrishna told, no, I am not going to do. You better go to the ladies living over there. So she went to Ma Saradamani Devi. Mother with humbleness, no. Afterwards, seeing so much eagerness, then she gave only one flower and bay leaf and told, carry it. Simple. One flower and one bay leaf. Carry it, everything will be all right. That man changed. Do you think it is so easy? Simply, a person completely changed. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, there were two terrible people. They were there, two brothers, Jagai and Madhai. Perhaps you have read that life, Jagai Madhai. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, somehow they got the blessings of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, completely transformed. Completely. Angulimal, one person who used to kill the people and cut the finger to keep the count, how many people have killed? Can you imagine? Then the Lord Buddha came, talked with him, he completely transformed. So this is the tremendous power. And Lord Jesus, he went to a village and he found that people are crying. What happened? That they have, so someone is killed, someone is dead. And they wanted that man to come back to life. Jesus called him simply from outside the cave, hey, come back. And he came back to life. So this is called rishis, who afterwards came to be known as avatara. So this avatara, or the rishis, or the Prakriti Purusha, or the Adhikari, or the Aktyas, they are having this tremendous power. Now, sage Kapila, the founder of the Shankar philosophy, who did not accept the existence of God, acknowledged the existence of the rishis. He didn't accept the existence of God, Kapila, but accepted the rishis. Now, I will read one passage where in the Shankar philosophy they are giving the introduction about these rishis. In Shankar philosophy we find, I quote, endowed with purity, you have to remember this, endowed with purity, self-control, other divine qualities, and capable of attaining the full illumination, those great souls keep in their minds an intense desire to benefit humanity. Now our discussion is whether the incarnation are bound by karma or not. Now these people, though they are completely free, but in their mind there is a strong desire to help the humanity. These rishis. For this reason they cannot, even for a moment, march into the infinite glorious self. They want, no. If they want, they are not the rishis, ordinary people. That's why Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna said that the ordinary people, after a lot of practices, even if they get the realization of the self, they will survive only for 21 days. So think whether you would like to realize God or not. Only 21 days. So the moment you realize that oneness, you don't see two. So obviously, who is going to keep the body? Thinking about the mind, body and all the maintenance and nothing. So they constantly enjoy that wonderful bliss, and then after 21 days like a dry leaf, they fall. But this Prakriti Purusha, these rishis, these avataras, they have the tremendous desire, but they control themselves and do not march into that. For this reason, they cannot even for a moment march in the infinite glories of the self, but by the power of the desire, they become united with all-powerful Prakriti and experience our powers as theirs. Prakriti Lean Purusha, Shankar, they say. They don't say the Rishi, they say Prakriti Leena Purusha. And what are these? They're having the tremendous power as the Prakriti is having. Now remember, in the Mahabharata, Arjuna, he promised that if I cannot kill this king, Jayadratha, today before the sunset, I am going to kill myself, I am going to commit suicide. You know, people like to do like that. So they had the tremendous confidence that I am going to kill, because Jayadratha was the main person who killed his son. But anyway, now we find this, that the problem Jayadratha, and he declared, If I cannot kill him, I am going to kill myself. So naturally the opponent, they thought, okay, now this is an opportunity. They guarded that Jayadratha in such a way, it became almost impossible to reach to Jayadratha. And what will happen? Now, in the evening, if it comes, then Arjuna will have to commit suicide. So the Krishna came over there in the scene and told, okay, don't worry. And what he did? He made the day into night. The whole world saw, suddenly it became evening. And naturally Jayadratha was very happy. And he came out from that they call the cover. He came out to see how Arjuna is going to commit suicide. He was very happy. Immediately, the Krishna removed the darkness from the face of the sun. Again they saw, oh my God, this is the midday. And people will wonder, oh no, this is not possible. Why not? It is possible. You remember that Krishna, when the Draupadi was praying, Draupadi all the time taking the help of Krishna. The Draupadi was crying because they were taking out all the cloth and there was no one to help. Draupadi prayed to Krishna and the flow of cloth continuously. They could not complete that. This is the power of the nature. Avatara can do, no ordinary people. And again the Draupadi was in problem because thousands of the Brahmanas, they came to her and asked for the food and there was nothing left in her kitchen. And Krishna came and told, give me at least just one piece of rice. And he ate and told, oh, let everybody be satisfied. Everybody got satisfied. How it was possible? Because of this. Thus, equipped with the six divine power, knowledge, strength, lordship, power, and virility and splendor, they do good for humanity in various ways for a cycle and finally march into the self. These are the avatars. The doctrine of the avatara furnished in Puranic age, flourished in Puranic age, having its root into the Vedic age. The scripture like Smriti and Purana say an avatara, like God, is by nature eternally pure, illumined and free. So who can be called as an avatara? Anyone that because we like someone is an avatara. No, it is not so easy. So this is the way, when the Hindus, they say he is an avatar. Nowadays, of course, who is going to check? Those who say they don't know, about whom they say he also doesn't know, and those who listen, they also don't know. So no problem. But traditionally, if you have to say the avatara, Sri Ramakrishna, avatara varishtaya, Swami Vivekananda say, do you think he was not challenged? Of course he was challenged. So this doctrine, the avatara, that it actually the avatara, the word, it came in the Purana. And before that, in the Vedic age, it was the rishis. And scriptures like the Smriti and Purana, and avatara is eternally pure. Now friends, you know what is that purity? And not having any connection, any desire for these worldly objects. That is purity. As because I am not having that ego in me, I am not having any desire for these worldly things. Now I will request you to go through the biography of Sri Ramakrishna. You will find in 8 steps he was completely free from the desire. Now his mother and elder brother told that you are a Brahmin boy and our profession is to go and perform worship in different household and they give us some money, by that way we survive. You must learn this puja, the Brahmana, that is their way of earning. He told, I will learn puja, I love puja, but not to earn money. Chal kola badha vidya shitpona. Chal kola, the rice and banana. Whenever there will be puja, there will be some rice and banana they will offer. And naturally, after the puja, the Brahmans, the pujaris, they will collect all those and make a bag and go. So he told, no, you cannot, you should not. So this is what they say. So this is the way Sri Ramakrishna, he was not at all attached with the worldly things. So from the beginning they are pure. The purity doesn't mean that they are only eating this thing and all drinking this way. No. Purity is only the desire for the worldly things. So they are completely, fully illumined. Why? How it is possible? When Sri Ramakrishna was not having any money, he used to earn only 8 rupees. He used to work as a pujari and they used to pay 8 rupees. And he was having a wife and a family and all that. He never trusted money. He used to go and keep that money and spend 8 rupees. Of course, 8 rupees was sufficient in those days. At that time, one person wanted to give him 10,000 rupees. Think of it, 8 rupees a man, he is getting the salary 10,000 rupees. And he drove him out. How it is possible that you are offering this? No, I am not going to take it. And the Jamindar, the landlord, the Mathur Babu, who was looking after him and respecting him so much, he wanted to give a big plot of land. And he told, you need not to bother anything. People will be there, they will cultivate. But you will get the money for your maintenance. Suppose I die, what will happen? Sri Ramakrishna told, after so many years living with me, you understood me in this way? Go away from here. So this is called no desire at all. This is called the avatara. From his birth, the avatara is self-contented. From his birth, the avatara is self-contented. And avatara never forgets his previous births. Now this is another thing. So avatara is the power of God manifesting. Now, what is the special qualities in them? Can we not call ourselves avatara? If you have these qualities, first, no desire for the worldly things. Second, tremendous control, power over nature. And third, remembering your past births also. Buddha remembered 500 births. Can you imagine? And Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna saw 2 brothers. And immediately, they were very young. In those days, 17, 18 maximum. When they saw, immediately told, oh, you were in the group of Jesus Christ. I saw you too in the group of Jesus Christ. Can you imagine? And this Swami Brahmananda ji, about him he said, he was the playmate of Krishna. Sri Ramakrishna, as if there is nothing, as we can remember, oh, I saw you there, no, medicine? I can, like that he is going on telling. So he saw them as if nothing. So that is the power. Sri Ramakrishna, he could say anything about all people. Krishna also said, because his very close friend Arjuna was confused. When he was telling, I instructed all these yogas to the Vivashwan, Arjuna told, how come? Vivashwan is much older than you. How it is possible for you to teach him? You are young, almost like my age. Then this famous sloka, and it is in the Bhagavad Gita, 4th chapter, 5th verse. It says, Bahuni me vatitani janmani tabocharjina tannaham veda sarvani natvam vetta parantapa. Parantapa Arjuna, you don't know, you don't understand. You don't remember. But I remember each and everything, every time, what happened. Bahuni me vatitani. Many times I took birth. And now this is the question that is naturally the people, oh, how it is possible? It is possible, only thing you cannot understand this. because your mind is not prepared. So this is the. Then some people will ask, my father has passed away, will he come back again in our family? Will he take birth again? Well, of course. Because unless and until you are completely free from desire, each and every soul will take birth. But I do not know whether it will be in your family or not. Friends, I will tell you the small story. Recently I read very interesting story of the karma phala. So one very, the spiritually enlightened monk, he was traveling and he reached a village, and over there, and no one was helping him. He was hungry, but no one was helping him. Everybody told, we are all poor, we cannot share our food with you. And he went to ultimately to a very poor person. He's a small shop owner, he was there. He went to him, he just sat to eat. And he told, see, I am very hungry, can you please give that food to me? The Brahmana, he said. Then this man told, okay, no problem, because you will be traveling, you need some food. I am also not having food, but no problem, I can manage. So he gave his food. Then this Brahmana told, so I am having some power, I can give you liberation. Do you want liberation? Like to go to Krishna in the heaven? And he told, oh yes, I heard the heaven is a wonderful place, I like to go to heaven. So he was very much interested. Then the Brahmana told, okay, come. Right now I will send you to heaven. He said, no, not now. Because I have 2 little kids. I have to help them to grow up. When they grow up and they can understand the whole business and can help themselves, then I will come along with you. He said, okay. After 10 years? Oh, yes. After 10 years, I think they will be all right. Again, after 10 years, the monk came because he gave the word to him. He came and he saw, no, Swami, I cannot go now. I have to give, please give me another 10 years. Because these two, one is a drunkard, another is just good for nothing. So I have to somehow establish them, and then, you see, as a father, I have to take care of them. Well, okay, another 10 years. And then second time again came after 10 years. Then that man told, see, I am going to die, and at this moment I don't like to leave these people. The last moment they won't be able to control. So I am just, see that you understand when I am going to pass away. Before that you come and take me. So the last thing that I like to help them. Again, after 2-3 years, he came back and he saw the father has passed away, and these 2 boys, they are crying, etc., etc. Then he said, what happened? Where is the father? They said, no, we have. Suddenly he looked and saw there is a bull. He's going on working, and he saw through that, he understood that was the father. He has taken birth as a bull to help these 2 sons in that family again. So he went to the bull and told, why? No, I have to help them. Please help me so that when I die, I get liberation. Before my death, please come. But before that, let me help these boys. Again, the Swami came back to keep his words. See the karma phala, so much of attachment for the family. So he died as a human being and took the form of a bull, and he was going on helping them. Then again he came back after 10 years. In the meantime, he also became very old, the Swami, and he saw the bull has also died by before that. These 2 boys, they told, you are the culprit. The moment you visited, my father passed away. Then again you visited, our bull passed away. Now again you have come because your presence is bringing all bad omens to our family. So we should beat you. Okay, you can beat me. But before that you go inside the place where he used to lie down. Your father and mother, where they used to lie down, you dig that. You will find lot of wealth. Go and see. And he was standing. These two boys immediately jumped over there and dug, and they found, oh my God, a snake is over there. And it was protecting something. So they came out and told, there's a snake, only snake is there, nothing. Under the snake, you go and kill that snake, and you will find all the wealth. He looked at that snake, again that man in the form of the snake, and he was protecting all the wealth that he was hiding over there. He buried all the wealth over there. And finally, the rishi told, the monk told to the snake, at least now you come along with me. I gave you the word because you gave me the food. So I want to send you to heaven. Not that you have any right or any quality, but still I like to help you because I gave you the word. I must do that. But now at least forget about these two. I don't know what answer the snake gave, but these two boys, they killed the snake, got a lot of wealth, they were very happy, and the rishi took the snake and made him free, etc. This is the story. The main thing, the moral of the story is attachment. Attachment and suffering. Whether my father will come or not, if you are attached, you are surely going to born in that. So we have to be very, very careful. When you are completely free from attachment, you get this wonderful the life. Now, friends, I like to bring to your notice a wonderful idea. I don't know. It is not very much well known. That is the idea of Bodhisattva. You must have heard this Bodhisattva idea along with the Avatara. The Bodhisattva, you know immediately from the name, it is the Buddha Day. That is the Buddhist philosophy, the Bodhisattva ideal. This Bodhisattva ideal, we all know the Lord Buddha, he was known as the Bodhisattva. What is this Bodhisattva? Essence of wisdom. Bodhisattva, the essence of wisdom. At this spiritual stage, the realized one feels that he is standing on the threshold of spiritual and material world. Bodhisattva, that is a conception. A person, when he reaches to that stage, he stands between the material and the spiritual world. In the life of Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, if you read, you will come across a word called Bhava-mukha. Bhava-mukha and Bodhisattva is the same. The Bodhisattva, after attaining the Bodhisattvahood, one becomes pure, wise, charming, gentle, serene, compassionate, and same-sighted. So these are the good qualities. So what is spirituality? What is realization? Nothing but good qualities. If we can have those good qualities, and that is called the God realization, the Bodhisattvahood. There are trained practices to attain this Bodhisattva stage. Begin with the Dana Paramita, and the Paramita means extreme. In the Buddhist philosophy, they use the word Paramita. The Paramita means the extreme. Dana Paramita, you have to give in charity, extreme charity. The Swami Vivekananda in one place he is telling, Buddhahood is our birthright. Then he says, Thou fire nahi chao. Give, but never ask anything in return. Thou fire nahi chao. So this is the first begin. The first step is this. And then it goes on, and the 10th is the avatara concept of the Hindus. It is the 10 steps are there, and after practicing, I am not going through that. After practicing those things, when you reach to that Bodhisattvahood, is same as the avatara. The bodhisattva feel that one cannot enjoy eternal bliss while other beings suffer because there is no difference between them and the realized one. So this is the main special. The bodhisattva, he never goes for his own personal realization. Oh, enough is enough, I have realized God, I know everything now, let me now die. They will never do that. The bodhisattva is so compassionate for the others. We know that the Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna's disciple, Swami Vivekananda, when he was young, the Sri Ramakrishna asked him, the Guru asked the disciple, what do you want? He said, Nirvikalpa Samadhi. That is the highest stage. The Nirvikalpa Samadhi, without the help of anything, I want to concentrate my mind on the truth. And then sometimes I will come up and eat something to maintain my body, again like to go down. Instead of being happy, the master rebuked him. I thought that you will become like a big banyan tree. So many people will come under you to take the solace, joy, inspiration. You are so selfish, want to get the liberation for yourself? Bodhisattvahood. So Ramakrishna was introducing the bodhisattvahood, and we will come up to again over there. And this bodhisattva works, this is the point I wanted to explain. Bodhisattva works incessantly for the spiritual upliftment of all human beings without attachment. The bodhisattva, he will be constantly working without any attachment for the liberation, for the enlightenment of the people. Same idea we again hear from Sri Krishna, the Avatar God, in the Gita, 3rd chapter, 22 verse. Name parthasti kartavyam trishu lokeshu kinchana nana bhaktam abhaktavyam bharta eva chakarmani. He is telling, I don't have any duty. Kartavya means duty. I have nothing to gain and nothing that I have not gained. I have nothing to gain in this world. As because I am having everything. So why? So therefore I work incessantly. The question was whether the avatars, they also take the human form. They also work. Whether they are also bound by the result of the work that they have done, and what type of work. Ramachandra killed the Ravana, and not only Ravana, the whole Rakshasa, that race completely destroyed. And Krishna again also killed. And this type of karma they have done, are they bound by that? This is the question. Friends, I will again quote from the Bhagavad Gita, the 2nd chapter, 48 verse. Yogastha kuru karmani. Why I mentioned the chapter and the verse, so that if you are interested, you can go and open and can read thoroughly. Yogastha kuru karmani sangam taktva dhananjaya siddhya asiddho samo bhutva samattam yoga uchyate. What is the yoga? Samatya. Kuru karmani, yogastha kuru karmani. This is the teaching. Keep the mind always connected with God and perform all actions. So sometimes we go to different places to give the talk. Do you think we go as a fun that we are going over there and very nicely they're also feeding? No. The main purpose is to take this knowledge to them. They are good people, intelligent people, established people, and socially respected people. But somehow they are not very much aware about the spirituality. Not that they are not doing anything. If you go in almost every houses, they are having small shrines. and every day, morning and evening, they will be burning the incense sticks, but still not knowing the secret, and hence again and again taking birth and suffering. And knowing the truth, won't we go to help them? That is exactly what Swami Vivekananda said. You must do that. Yogastha kuru karmani. Keep the mind always connected with God. How it is possible? Taking the name of God. That's why the Diksha, the initiation, constantly, if you practice, Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna is telling, if you practice, as you are having the toothache, that pain you will feel all the time. But at the same time you are working, you are driving, you are doing everything, but tongue, it will go on. God forbid, you should not have the toothache, it's so painful. And you will never be able to forget it. And similarly, you have to practice in such a way, just go on remembering God, 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 and doing everything. The sweeping, cooking, driving, office work, whatever you are doing. Maybe sometimes you are going to the Patel brothers and picking up the things. Whatever you are doing, and then go on remembering the God, whatever. So that is the teaching. And I will conclude with this. Yogastha kuru karmani sangam taktva dhananjaya. And whatever we are doing, do and completely forget about it. Don't remember it. Oh, I cooked for you in this way. No, not like that. Just forget about it. And siddha asiddha samo bhutva. Sometimes you are a very good cook, and someday you cooked but you forgot to give the salt, to mix the salt. And all people, oh, you cannot. That's okay. Someday it may happen. So take it similarly. Don't be agitated. Oh, see, I fed them so many times and only one day I forgot. And now they are criticizing me. I will never invite them again. So not like that. It should be that summer. It's all simple. So that is called spirituality. See friends, why I am coming and concluding over here? Because in our life, all through you are trying to develop spirituality. And what is that spirituality? This is spirituality. Working everything, doing everything in all functions. Only detach your mind from that. That's all. So this he says, and Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, he rebuked his son, the disciple Vivekananda. And Vivekananda again, when he became Guru, he said he wanted his disciple that they should become the Bodhisattva. They should become the Bodhisattva. He gave initiation to a British lady, Margaret Noble, and gave her name Nivedita, Sister Nivedita, and they're very famous. And then after giving the initiation into the Hindu way, he said, go in the way of Buddha. Look at it. Go as the Buddha traveled, and by following the karma yoga prescribed by Swami Vivekananda, aspirant to spiritual seekers can also get the liberations and freeing from the bondage. And today our question was whether the incarnations get bound because of their work. No. The answer is the incarnations are not bound for their work, whatever may be their work. Why? Because they are not attached to that. Just by that way, they are completely free. And how come that they are not attached? Because they are illumined. What is the illumination? The God is everything. But what should I do this moment? Swadharma. Oh, this man is suffering. Oh, because of his karma. I have nothing to do. No. We must go and help that man. Maybe that I know that he is suffering for his own karma. Maybe that is up to him and God. But for me, I should go and see God in him suffering can I go away when my God is suffering, needs some food, needs some help? So this should be my dharma. And today's teaching is this. And in the next Sunday, there will be no class because there will be the retreat. I don't know if you have already registered or not. And this time, for the first time in so many years, 2 Matajis will be giving the retreat. And they are coming from, this is the first time in the retreat. All the time the Swamis, they come. And they are very good speaker. The one is elderly Mataji, another is very young. She's the editor of the Sambit, the magazine. And I heard that she is a very, very good speaker. So if you have not registered, please come and register. This is Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 26, 27, 28. I think it is going to be a big retreat, so quickly send your request. And friends, we are very happy that we have got the very sarod player. The sarod, I don't know whether you have seen that instrument or not. So this is a very wonderful music. So suddenly he rang me and he told, I am going to visit to Chicago. I told, why don't you come before the 12 o'clock so that our devotees can listen to your playing. So the Pandit Ranjit Sengupta, please come over here. Ranjit. He'll be playing the sarod and Raj Deshmukh is on the tabla. He is going to play there.